Yes! Yes!
Screw you guys. I'm going home.
Hey folks, Crazy Clamorady here again, and this time we're going to look at a game called Senjyo. This is another request. This was created by Tehkan, and they later became known as Tecmo in 1983 in Japan, and it was released in the US the following year in 1984. And this game was suggested by YouTube user Rainbow Bell 85. And this is a kind of a futuristic tank warfare type of game. You control a tank in sort of first-person perspective. You see a little bit of the front of your tank. You have crosshairs that you can move all over the screen. And your goal is to destroy all the tanks that will appear. And they will appear in the background, and they will start to come over the hills towards you until they are right in front of you. And there are other certain enemies that are trying to destroy you. If you get touched by a certain enemy, or if you are shot by the enemy's fireballs, or, well, they're supposed to be, I guess, some sort of cannon fire, but they eventually kind of hone in on you, which is really annoying. But contact with any of that will instantly destroy your tank. And you have kind of an interesting screen at the bottom. It shows what stage you're on by that number 1 there. It also shows the amount of points that you get for destroying the various enemies. You can shoot the enemy's firepower out of the air with a well-timed shot. I had never heard of this one before. It's easier to shoot the enemies in the background, way in the background. When they come closer to you, they require extra shots to destroy, which is kind of weird. There will be some hopping, what I call hopping missiles. And if you don't time your shot right, they can run into you and destroy you. There is a UFO in the background that when you shoot it, it acts as a bonus multiplier, and all points that you accrue will be doubled. But that UFO can appear multiple times in a stage. And you can continue to multiply the points that you accrue. You can make them double points, triple points, up to 5 times their point value. And your score can really rise. And again, note that you can move your crosshairs all over the place, which is very nice. Sometimes that UFO will change direction. They will notice that you are trying to shoot them. But yeah, you can get some nice points if you make that multiplier 5 times. You can't make it more than that. I mean, it can appear more than 5 times, but you can maximize it at 5 times. Damn it, I was almost finished with that stage. Now note at the bottom right, there is a grid that fills up, and it filling up means that you've destroyed tanks. And that that section on the left that says times 1 in that flashing box, that's the multiplier. So each time that you shoot the multiplier UFO, like I did just there, it will go up to times 2, and then times 3, times 4, times 5. This isn't a terrible game, it's alright. I do hate that they sometimes get fast. I do hate those kind of homing missiles. They'll have little herky-jerky patterns. You'll think you'll get away from them, and then all of a sudden they run into you. Very annoying. But yeah, contact with any of the enemy's shots, or with those little missiles that hop over the hills at you. I don't know what the hell they are for sure, but that's what I think they are. That'll instantly destroy your tank, and you cannot get extra lives in this game. Now, on occasion, now I do kind of like this, there will be this high-speed vehicle that'll dart across the screen. If you can destroy it, it acts as a smart bomb, and it blows all the tanks on the screen up at once. Now the tanks, I think the tanks are the only ones that will count on your enemy grid at the far right. Yeah, I think just the tanks count, not the hopping missiles, and not the high-speed vehicle that darts across the screen and can be used as a smart bomb. Even if you don't get very far in the game, like very many stages, you can still score some pretty nice points by continually bumping up that multiplier, hitting that UFO thing. I don't know for sure what all the enemies are called, but there it is again. Yep, it changes direction, and it's too fast for me to catch up with. But like I said, it might appear more than 5 times in a stage. So just try to get it if you can see it, and keep bumping up that multiplier. I guess this made an appearance. There it is again. Will I catch it? No. This made an appearance on one of the Tecmo classic compilations for the Xbox. And I guess it had a port for the MSX computer. Well, that's my game. Pretty good score, though, I gotta say. I think so. Now you notice that the enemy meter is filling up during my initial selection screen, but that's just the timer for how much time you have to put in your initials is all. Once that fills up, then your initials are locked in. We'll just look at some later stages. It's kind of differing planet surfaces that you're going to be fighting the enemies on. This isn't a bad game, it's okay, I put on invincibility there. But yeah, it's weird that the enemies take more shots when they are close up to you to destroy. I hate the homing missiles, the way that they just kind of follow your tank, or dart into it at the last second. Very annoying. And that UFO sound effect that chirping is kind of annoying too. Well, that'll be my last request for a while. I'll get back to the 20 from 1988 series pretty soon. Looking forward to finishing that. Well, happy Memorial Day, everybody. And I thank you for watching Senjyo by Tehkan, later known as Tecmo, in 1983 in Japan and in the US in 1984. Well, I hope to see you soon for game number 15 in my 20 from 1988 series. Happy Memorial Day, everybody. Bye-bye.